what better couple than us than to give the advice? Like, we're
100%.
marriage pros. We know it all.
100%.
100%. So
we know literally everything. Guys, give me a call. I am an expert at being a husband.
Women, give me a call. You want to learn how to be a wife.
Yeah.
You know, and it didn't take us long to become pros.
Not long at all.
Hi, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Brandon. Welcome to episode...
It's all you. I can't keep up.
5? I should have looked at this before we started.
I know.
Episode 5, I think, or 6. Dang. I should have looked at it. Okay, I'm gonna look at it.
Welcome to the next episode.
Yeah, no, you talk. I'm gonna look it up.
We were back with another episode on what is it called? Can we get a minute? Can we get
another episode? Let's do it again. I'm sorry.
We're gonna put all this on here.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode. Episode number.
I'm still looking it up. Of
Can we get a minute? I'm Brittany.
Well, you
I can keep up. Hey, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. We are back again with another episode. Did we post last week? I don't think so, but
no, we're
here, and that's all that matters, right? I am your host, Brittany, again. Okay.
I'm not sure they know your name, but say it one more time.
Yo, I had a long day today. How are you? I'm tired. I'm a little bit tired.
I'm doing good. I actually had a very productive day. Mm-hmm. I said I am just going to work and not do anything else and not get up from my desk until I complete tasks. And that's exactly what I did. So
you sent me a TikTok today.
I sent you a TikTok? Mm-hmm.
Which means you weren't working today.
Whoa, hold on. Hold on. Let's look at the tape. We gotta look at the tape here because I don't believe her.
It's about early afternoon.
I sent you a TikTok
here's a
at
11.
Oh,
y'all, my husband loves TikTok.
Okay, thank you.
Spends hours.
No, I don't.
At night, you
don't
do.
Lie to the people.
I've timed it at home.
Okay, but listen. Let me defend myself. Can I defend myself?
You can try.
Okay, so I told you the only times I get on TikTok is when I'm home from a day of work or I'm using the facilities.
Okay, but when you're home, it don't gotta be 3-4 hours.
So that TikTok I sent you,
in one sitting.
That TikTok I sent you was when I was using the facilities. I sent that TikTok, but before I got on TikTok when I was using the facilities, I handled some business while I was using the facilities first, made a phone call, and then texted you about the phone call, a very important phone call having to do with our personal life. And then I texted you about it. And I said, okay, now that I'm done the more work stuff, entrepreneur and life stuff, now I'm going to get on TikTok and enjoy myself.
You are too much. Well, I'm glad you had a productive day.
I did. I have a productive day. And I still didn't even look at what episode we're on, but it'll be in there. Look at the title. Well, today, y'all, if you remember last year, we were getting into a new thing we wanted to do called Am I the A-Hole? Oh, side note. Sorry to interrupt. Your boy, who you love so much and you want to go to his show.
Michael Todd?
No. His comedy show.
What's his name?
I don't know.
I forgot all about him. Sorry.
But that white boy that's really funny that we both think is funny.
Yeah.
I don't need to go see his stand-up.
I do.
He's like Instagram funny and whatever. But him, he has a podcast. I think he has a couple podcasts. But one of them, they did this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was him and his friend on the show, another comedian or another YouTuber extraordinaire. And they had a girl reading the Am I the,
A-hole.
And they reacted to him like we are.
Oh, wow. We should do like
we didn't steal it from him, y'all.
We should put what is it? Am I? AITA? A-hole. I had to spell it out. We should put that first on like the title bar, the title line.
Oh, okay.
Put that first, people looking it up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But Am I the A-hole? For those that don't know, you know what A-hole means. We got it from, it comes from the app Reddit. And people just posting stories about them needing advice or basically telling stories or whatever about their life. And it's deemed, am I the A-hole or not? So.
And Reddit, for those of you at home keeping track, is another social media platform that my wife enjoys.
Only
Darlene.
am I the a-hole part. But anyway, I really loved it because we love talking and debating and talking about things. So we often do it a lot by ourselves, and we wanted to bring it to the podcast. So if you remember last year, we did it a few times. So now we're trying to bring it back. We did it once?
We did.
We did it
read
once
a few
last year, and now we're trying to do it more often because people are wild.
And we do them in our personal lives.
Yep. So this one we're going to get into is, am I the a-hole for refusing to give my unborn son my husband's last name?
Now, let me say something real quick on this. For those of you who don't know, if you missed that episode, did you just explain it? People post on Reddit situations. Oh, you did just explain that. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dawn.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to read it, and then we're going to talk about it. Hello. I, female 26, have been married to my husband, male 31, for 3 years, and we're expecting a baby boy together. When I married my husband, I kept my maiden name, which was perfectly okay with. Sidebar. These people, they don't always write perfectly, so I might read it weird, and then I'll correct it or whatever.
Yeah, and if I'm reading it, I may just
read the whole thing wrong.
Have issues and not know how to read. Go ahead.
When I married my husband, I kept my maiden name, which he was perfectly okay with. We already discussed this, and he agreed that any future kids we have will automatically take his last name. His family considers this a huge deal, and I decided to keep it just to go with it. But recently, I started thinking a lot more and figured that it would be unfair for my unborn son to take my husband's family's name and not mine. I talked to my family, and they said my husband and in-laws are ridiculous to push this on me without a compromise. Expecting I go with it.
Wait, time out. Explain this. So
we got to read the whole thing and then go, and then we can break it down.
No. Just explain what you read so far.
Explain it?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm following. Well, let me explain it, and then you tell me if I'm following this correctly.
All right.
Man and woman, they got married. Obviously, they want to take, for the children, they want to take his name traditionally, but she's not cool with it. It was assumed that they were going to do that, but now she's kind of she's thinking about not doing that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, they agree that any kids that they have will automatically take his last name.
Okay.
His family considers this a huge deal, and I decided to keep to just, I guess she decided to go with it.
Yeah.
That's what she said, yeah.
But this is like...
But now she's thinking a lot more about it, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just weird the way they worded it when this is like normal practice. But go ahead.
And I figured that it would be unfair for my unborn son to take my husband's family name and not mine. I talked to my family. Let me go right here. Okay. So I went home and I told my husband that I've changed my mind about the last name thing and want to either have both of our last names combined or my last name to be given to our son. Wow. So hyphenated or...
So it sounds like she didn't take his last name. Did you read that and I ignored it?
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of that right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're doing a lot. Chopping up the story. Yeah, I think we should read the whole thing and then just go back and break it down.
But this is what we do, boo. We interrupt and we go, wait. No, explain what's going on again.
I know. All right, that's fine. Where am I? Okay. Fine. Okay. He was confused, saying we had an agreement, and then asked what was the cause of this sudden change of mind. I told him, and he said, I can't just do it, and called me selfish when I pointed out that I'm the mother and I get a say also. We went back and forth on this, and he said no way he and his family will let me do this to his son, as if my last name is a disgrace. We had a fight and we stopped talking after this. He said that I broke and violated my part of the deal and I should just deal with it now, but I won't accept it. So basically, she wanted to keep her last name. She didn't want to take his. He was okay with that, but they said if they have any kids, the kids will take his name. Yeah. She was okay with that. But his family considers this a big deal, and she just, went along with it or whatever. But she had to change her mind, which is okay. A lot of people, that's what marriage is. You're going to change your mind. What you might agree with in the beginning, you might not agree with that anymore. You know what I mean? That happens. And now she's like, you know what? I either want our kid to have only my name or both of our names. And he's like, we agree that they will have my name only. And because you agree to that, you need to keep it. Now she's like, what? Well, I'm the mother and I say it too. And now he's like, you need to just deal with it.
Okay, so what do you think about this?
So back to the question, am I the a-hole for refusing to give my unborn son my husband's last name? Yeah, she's the a-hole because...
I was about to say.
She's the a-hole for a number of reasons. Number one, I believe that the wife should take the husband's last name.
Yeah.
I just think that's automatic.
But
you know
leaving
what I mean?
that aside, because they agreed on that, so you can leave that aside.
Yeah, they agreed on that. Well, that's just one.
Yeah.
And then two, that I feel like certain things that are agreed upon in marriage, like major things, need to be upheld. Like the name thing. Okay, if you want to keep your last name, that's fine. But when we have kids, they need to have my last name, period. Yeah. That's a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you have to keep that. There are certain things that you might change your mind on, or, hey, I thought I wanted this type of house, now I want this, or whatever. You know what I mean? But major things, it's kind of like a standard almost, right? Or kind of like a moral thing. It's like you can't bend on that. Like, you know what I mean? So I think she's wrong for that. And now she's like throwing it in his face like, well, what about me? I'm the mother. I get it. You know,
is my name disgraceful?
Yeah, it's like no, but this is what we talked about.
Yeah.
And you're not holding up your part of it. Like you can't do that. You can't just pull it back like, well, no, what about me? No, you had your moment. You said you were okay with this and now you're not. So
yeah, it's a compromise, right? So
it's a compromise.
So she kept her last name throughout the marriage. And he said, okay, to compromise, you keep your last name, the children have mine. And she said, okay. Now she's going back on it. It's like, what? We agreed. We set the boundaries for our agreement. We both shook hands and said, yes, this is what we're doing. Now push comes to shove and you're saying no. It's like the kids, the wife, take his last name. That's just...
It's a family thing, like...
Yeah, it's just the way it is. It's just the continuing of
and he's
the
like,
legacy.
I only want them to have my last name, not a hyphenated name.
Yeah. Which I think is so whack.
What is the deal with hyphenation?
A hyphenated name? You know how long that could be? I mean, if it's two short names.
On top of the middle name.
Yeah.
And the first name.
Oh my gosh, when people are like, my name is Joanne Susan Sherry May Lynn. It's like, what? 32 names? Can you pick two?
Please.
Leave it at two. Skip the middle. Just leave it at two.
I know.
That's crazy.
So we're in agreement with this?
She is definitely the booty hole.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and then, you know, she talked about the in-laws, like, they're all against me, and it's just...
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
Well, so she wrote this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wrote this. Okay.
Yeah.
So the way she worded this is that the kids taking the last name is like this thing that's like... not normal. I don't know if you picked up on that. Like she worded this like it's like, oh, you know, we agreed that the kids would take his last. Like, yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right, y'all talked about that, yeah.
Like, yeah, it's natural. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think she worded that weird. I guess she might be one of them people that's like, why you have to take the man's last name? Why can't you take the woman's last name? It's like, okay, but somewhere along the lines, that last name that you have came from a man.
Oh, right. Yep. Exactly.
Somewhere along the line. Probably just from your dad, honestly. But if your last name is your mom's last name, I guarantee you your mom has a last name from her dad.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, exactly. I came across this video on YouTube that said marriage advice from divorced people, right? And I was listening to it, and a lot of them were like terrible ones. And one of them said, if you get married, keep your last name, because when you get a divorce, it's very hard to separate that. I mean, it's very hard to get your name back and all the documents you have. Just keep your last name. But it's like you're low-key planning for you to get a divorce, and it's like, hey, just keep your last name. If you get a divorce, it'll be a lot easier for you. Like, wow. Yeah, no.
That's not good advice.
I know.
Me and Brittany give great marriage advice.
We know it all. If y'all have any questions about marriage,
there is to know about
let
marriage.
us know down below.
Yeah, like we're experts. We're actually thinking about writing a book. We're talking about some different names for it, workshopping some names. Haven't landed on anything concrete. When we do, we'll let you all know. But yeah, we're going to come up with a book, pretty much Marriage for Dummies.
Yeah, it has to be Marriage for Dummies. And what better couple than us than to give the advice? Like, we're
100%.
marriage pros. We know it all.
100%.
100%. So
we know literally everything. Guys, give me a call. I am an expert at being a husband.
Women, give me a call. You want to learn how to be a wife.
Yeah.
You know, and it didn't take us long to become pros.
Not long at all.
How long?
Coming up on, what are we at? 200 days? A little under 200 days?
Something like that.
Which is extensive.
We're a pro.
Extensive work.
It didn't take us long at all.
Yeah,
so.
not long at all. Picked right up on it. I mean, she has parents that's been married for 40...
to almost 42.
And my parents just had their anniversary. And they've been married
30?
for 32, 33?
Something like that, yeah.
32, 33 years.
Over 30 years.
So we've seen them growing up. We've seen them do it successfully growing up.
We took notes.
We took extensive notes. Took the marriage boards. You guys don't know anything about that. For, you know.
You wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, you know.
Wouldn't have
Passed
a
it
clue.
with flying colors.
Yes, we did.
I mean, easily.
on the first try.
On the first try, yeah. Got
It
higher
was so
scores
easy.
than both of our parents combined.
Yeah, we did.
And now we're just...
And we're currently giving our parents advice.
Yeah. They come to us quite often.
They're not perfect either.
Quite often.
Yep. Quite often.
Quite often, yeah.
Yep. So
they come to us. So.
Just let us know. Send us your email. Write a letter. We'll respond.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll definitely respond. And if you want to take our course and read the first draft of our book, because we're
It's
drawing that out.
$200, by the way.
You know, yeah, couple
Yeah.
$100, but this book will put you on the path
to a lifelong
successful
of
marriage.
love. I
Yeah.
know. It's amazing. I definitely recommend it. But we'll definitely have more information on that as time goes on. So just stay tuned, right?
Yeah,
Just
for
stay
sure.
tuned.
For sure.
So we deal this one that they're the a-hole, correct?
Yes, we did.
All right, yeah. Want to do another one?
Yeah, let's
We're
do
gonna try
another
to do like two. So yeah, let's see. Should we break it down to where like one episode is 4-1?
One episode's 4. What do you
It's
mean?
4-1. Am I the a-hole?
4-1.
Or like one video is 4-1. Am I the a-hole?
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, but today we're gonna do another one, though, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I can just
Oh
say it or
yeah.
whatever.
If we get one that's
a long one or
a long
something.
one,
Yeah.
and I think we have a couple in here. I'm gonna read the ones I have because we decided on 2, but we don't know which one.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
Am I the a-hole for running my colleagues
Ruining
ruining my colleague's wedding and getting them arrested? That one I thought was like, what happened? Am I the a-hole for upgrading to business class ticket while my wife sits in economy?
Oh my gosh. That is a hot
That
mess.
was kind of funny.
And then the other one, am I the a-hole for telling my dad that I don't want him walking my cousin down the aisle?
Oh yeah, that one I kind of deduced. I don't know if I'm correct, but I feel like I get the gist of that one.
Yeah.
And is that the last one? Oh, no, one more. Am
Oh,
I
it
the
is?
a-hole for enforcing my house rules on my wife's brother? Because my wife has a brother, but he has his own house.
Right, exactly. Oh, and then there's another one. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband my money is mine? But that one I feel like we kind of know, like, how did y'all talk about your money?
Yeah. And that one we kind of went over on the last one. Remember the allowance?
Oh, the allowance, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do the house rule one?
For the brother.
You want to do that one?
Yeah,
or,
sure, we can do that one.
Or what are you thinking?
Yeah,
Because the
I'm cool
whole
with that
flight
one.
thing, I feel like, I don't know.
I actually like that one. That one I feel like is kind of interesting because we both have family that we love so much, and they could easily stay with us one day.
Yeah, that's very
One
true.
of them just came and stayed at the studio. Shout out to my little sister for visiting.
Yep.
We had a good old time. Didn't we,
did. Yeah, we did. All right, so I'm going to read one. Am I the a-hole for enforcing my house rules on my wife's brother? And it's labeled the a-hole, which means the majority of people that commented ruled him as the a-hole. All right. My male brother-in-law, who's 30, my male 30-year-old brother-in-law, I'm confused. It says my male 30 brother-in-law, male 20 Sean. I'm confused.
My M30 brother-in-law, M20 Sean, moved in.
Why is there 2 ages on there?
I guess one of them is his age. Yeah, so the M20 Sean, I guess that's him.
Who?
My male 30 brother-in-law, male 20, Sean, moved in with me and his sister.
Oh, maybe he's 30 and brother-in-law is 20.
Oh, my male 30, my as in him.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Brother-in-law male 20, Sean. That's
Got it. Yeah, people write horribly.
Why don't they put in? I don't even know.
See some comments.
Go ahead.
So the person writing is 30, and he says, my brother-in-law, who's 20, Sean, moved in with me and his sister after my father-in-law passed away a few months ago. He is a private type and keeps to himself. He goes out and never says where he's going or how long he'll be out to eat, or how long he's going. I'm sorry, y'all. He's the private type and keeps to himself. He goes out and never says where he's going or how long he'll be out. Eats at random times during the day. Wears AirPods while me and the kids are sitting with him. See, all of these are uncool behaviors and a bad influence on my children.
So he acts like a teenager, pretty much.
Basically, well, he's 20.
He's 20, so he's pretty much a teenager.
That sounds like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I've already talked to Sean about certain house rules I have and how he was violating them, maybe because he didn't, and how he was violating them, maybe because he didn't, I'm assuming because he didn't know, but now he now he knows, and there's nothing that's changed. Last night, he came home late around 10 p.m. I wasn't thrilled with that because he knew the house rules. He didn't say what the house rules were. Last night he came home late around 10 p.m.
Well, you can kind of figure out what the house rules are because he mentioned that he goes out, doesn't say where he's going or how long he's staying out.
So he wants him to say that.
So he wants him to say that. So he pretty much, what I'm getting from this is.
But he also said that he's private type and keeps to himself, so he wouldn't be telling those things.
Yeah, but he's 20 years old.
He's private though.
Yeah, but
he's saying he's private, and then you put what he does.
I guess what the guy is saying though is he's 20, and they're pretty much treating him like a child, kind of like they're his child. Like, you got to let me know. I don't know if my parents was like this. Whenever I wanted to go out, they were like, you got to let me know where you're going and how long you plan on staying out. And if you plan on staying out later than that, even when I got older, just let me know. They want to be in the know. They don't want to be, where's CJ at? It's 2 a.m. You know what I mean? They want to know where you're going, how long you're staying out. Shoot me a text. Just let me know.
Oh, wow.
That's probably what he's bringing to this. Like, hey, like, I love you. You know, you're my wife's little brother. I want to know what's going on with you. But I guess, well, we got to keep reading. But if the sister don't care, it's just like.
No, we didn't get to all that yet.
Yeah, we didn't get to all that. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Okay, so last night he came home late around 10 p.m. I wasn't thrilled with that.
10 p.m.?
I know.
Wait.
I guess you don't want people coming in the house that late. I know. But let me finish.
He came home late around 10 p.m. and he's 20 years old? I don't know about that. All right, go ahead.
I wasn't thrilled with that because he knew the rules, but he said was an assumption that he told him to be home before 10.
Or let him know, maybe?
Well, or let him know, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I wasn't thrilled with that because he knew the rules, but he said that he was an adult and I shouldn't be policing him, but it's not about that. It's about the fact that he's repeatedly disrespected the homeowner and the rules. So I told him this. If he won't respect the rules, which are being home at 8, not eating at random times, and not using his electronics just like my kids aren't allowed when the family is gathered to spend time together. Wow.
Okay, hold on.
Wow.
Read those rules again, one by one.
Being home at 8.
That's, okay, first of all, that's ridiculous.
8 o'clock?
8 o'clock?
What if he's off work at 9:30?
He's 20 years old. 8 o'clock? I'm trying to think, is 8 o'clock even okay for high schoolers?
I ain't had no curfew.
Yeah, 8 o'clock, even when I was in high school. I mean, during the week, yeah. Be home by 8, 9.
No, I ain't have no curfew.
Yeah, I know, but you were blessed. I grew up in a strict Pentecostal house. Well, it wasn't that strict, but 8 o'clock, I'm trying to think, 8 o'clock, even for an 18-year-old, is early. But if it's during the school week, that's okay. I would even push it to 9 during the school week. But like, well, why are you out during the school week? Maybe that's okay for the school week. But the weekend? No, that's way too early. Go ahead.
Not eating at random times.
What is that? He's a growing boy. Like, he's gonna eat. That's weird. Go ahead.
And not using his electronics, just like my kids aren't allowed when the family is gathered to spend time together.
That one I kind of understand, and I think you would understand that as well.
Okay, if you move in with us to save money for your house for 4 months when we're together, you can't be on your phone. No.
No. What he's saying is, it's like if me and you had kids. Let's say me and you had 2 kids, right? And my sister's daughter came over and was staying. She was older than our kids, and every time we're at the dinner table, you've enforced, because you already said you're going to enforce this.
Your sister's daughter?
Yeah, like, because I was not saying not my sister because she's older than me or right the same age as me. I'm thinking like a younger person came into our home.
Yeah, no, I agree with like kids or something really young, but I feel like if we had that rule for our kids, which I would have that rule, like we're together, no phones during dinner or whatever, right? Or game night, right?
Yeah.
But it's like if we have one of your sisters stay with us or some adult stay with us.
Well, that's different. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. That's different because my sister's the same age as me.
Right.
Right. I'm talking about someone that's younger than them.
Okay,
so we
even
have
if it's
kids,
a 20-year-old, let's just say one of our siblings were 23. I would not enforce that. It'd be like,
well, 23 is a little older. This kid is 20.
Hey, it's 3 years. Even if it was 20, it's still like, no.
But here's why I say that, though. Here's why I say that. You've set some rules in your house for dinner time is focused on the family. That's like that Christian show, Focus on the Family. Dinner time is family focused. Mm-hmm. We talk. If you want to glance at your phone to check something real quick, like me do, fine. But like just buried in your phone throughout dinner, it's like you've set those expectations with your children, and then someone comes into your home and they're doing that in front of you, in front of your kids. So your kids are kind of like,
they're an adult.
True, I agree, they're an adult, but also they're 20, so they're not an adult yet. I'm just saying it's not a good influence on your kids is what I'm saying. It's not a good look when you're telling your kids, hey, focus on and then you got this kid in the corner buried in his phone. It's just not a good look. I just get where he's coming from. It's not a good look.
I disagree.
It's like my parents. This is so funny. I tell this story all the time. It's like me and my whole family's at the dinner table, and we were all eating, but we were eating fried chicken, right? And you eat fried chicken, you pick the chicken up and you take a bite out of it. But for some reason, this particular day, my mom wanted us to eat, in a more respectable manner.
Wow.
So she said, I think it was Koo first. Koo picked up a piece of chicken and ate it. My older sister, Kirsten. And my mom said, Koo, don't eat like that. Eat like a lady. Mm-mm. Pick up your fork and knife and chop up your chicken and eat it like that. It's like it's fried chicken. But Koo's like, nah, talk back on. She's like, all right. She starts doing it. And then Nikki starts doing the same thing, like anyone else would. My mom says, you heard what I said to Koo. Pick up your fork and knife and eat it normally. So then, Nikki's like, all right. Nikki does it too. So then I follow suit, right? And then my dad picks up his fork and knife and tries to cut his chicken. Mm-mm. And then puts his fork and knife down like, Booby, do I really gotta eat like this?
That is wild.
We all start dying laughing, and my mom was crying, and my mom's like, it's fine, just pick up your chicken and eat it. Because my mom was trying to just show us like, hey, try to eat with some class. Even though it's a messy food, try to eat with class. You know what I mean? And my dad's like, but this is not, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying?
Child, your mom's like, try a little harder to see with that.
Oh, wow.
Child, the way this man eat, child, I'd be like, oh my gosh. Dang. I'm playing, bro. But I think for this, I feel like we should read the whole thing. Because people might, I don't know, because then they might forget the first half.
I like free-form conversation.
Well,
Excuse
I do too,
me.
but maybe just quickly read it and then go back and then break it down.
Go ahead.
Okay.
See, being an expert in marriage, sometimes you have to just yield to your wife. Go ahead.
That's what you have to do. And sometimes you got to yield to your husband. But he going to yield more than me. Okay, so I told him, these are the rules. I got to be closer. Told him these are the rules. Be home by 8, not eating at random times, and not using his electronics, just like my kids aren't allowed when the family is gathered to spend time together. He ranted about how he wasn't my child, and called me reasonable Sounds a little weird.
Unreasonable.
Really. To treat him this way just because he lives under my roof. I told him it's not that hard to show respect, really. But my wife went off asking what was wrong with me to be giving Sean, who's still grieving, ultimatums and treating him like a child. Remember, the dad died a couple months ago.
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
Yep. I explained to her that I'm just making sure the kids don't be influenced by her brother's reckless behavior. And she laughed, asking if I think Sean being on the phone was reckless. But that is besides the point. She called me a control freak. I'm at the top. Called me a the next screenshot
is maybe off.
Freak. I don't know. Can you look at it?
I think that was the one where there wasn't.
Call me a control freak, but then the first word starts with out. I feel like there's a sentence before that that's cut off. Because I see words. I don't know.
Oh, no.
She called me a control freak. Out.
Oh, no. So you have to keep... Yeah, I know, but you have to keep going. The control freak is somewhere in there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Already.
You read that top part already.
The violating part?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, right here. Down there. Look, she called me a control freak.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh,
there's not that much left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She called me a control freak and told me to get off her brother's back and leave him alone. I replied that she's just saying this because he's her brother, but she said I overstepped and should back off and stop trying to control her brother, her adult brother. I asked her if she was happy with him coming home late, and she said she was sick of arguing and then went upstairs. Am I the a-hole? Yes. You want to go first on it?
Yeah, let me go first on it. So, okay, in this situation, having everything I have now, he does need to relax. Because at the end of the day, that's your wife's brother. But also at the end of the day, he's under his roof. So I think he needs to relax on his rules. I'm totally okay with the phone rule, actually. Like, I'm totally on board with that. Just because we always say this all the time. You're influenced by who's around you, right? You're majorly influenced by your parents, by your siblings. You know what I'm saying? And now if this guy is going to be staying in their house long term, then his kids are going to be influenced by his actions. They just are, right? Because you live with this human, right? So I don't think you should, the whole curfew thing, you need to chill with that, right? Maybe let him know, hey, if he's making noise coming in the house, could you come in the house a little quieter? Is there a workaround through this? Because I don't want you waking me up, waking the kids up. That's a different story, right? But I mean, he is older enough to where he can stay out, when he wants.
Past 8 o'clock.
Yeah, he's not in high school anymore. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't been in high school for a year or two, depending on when he graduated. So I agree with that. But the phone thing, if I was a husband, I would put my foot down on him. Like, hey, listen.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I totally understand that's your brother, right? But it's still my house, right? So he's not going to just do whatever he wants in my house. Like, it's my house, and I understand he's grieving. That's another thing. I hope he's giving him a good grieving period. I hope this isn't like 2 weeks after his dad died, which it doesn't sound like it
died
is.
a few months ago, so that's giving me like 3-4 months vibe.
Yeah, I give him a little bit more time. It's an adjustment period for him too. So yeah, I definitely give him a little bit more time. But the whole cell phone thing, yeah, it's like you can't be.
Hold on, you can't put a timeline on anybody's grievance period. You can't say you give him a little bit more time.
No. What I'm saying is, as far as enforcing your rules and making it a big deal, I would give that more time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do 3 months. Hey, your brother. It's like, yo, they just died. You know what I mean? A few months ago. I give that a little bit more time. Be like, hey, let him go through what he's going through. Let me see his recovery a little bit and his loss, and then maybe be like, hey, can you chill with this? Can you chill with that? Whatever. But yeah, but again, the phone thing, I totally understand. The phone thing, I totally understand. It's like, maybe not. Don't get off of it. Maybe not enforce it so much. Like I said, if he wants to glance at his phone or be on his phone a little bit, fine. But it sounds like this kid is buried in his phone, like a 20-year-old would be, right? And he's like, can you not be buried in your phone when we're trying to have a conversation with you at the dinner table? It's like, show some respect for my house. So I get that part. But yes, all the other rules, he needs to relax. And especially so since his wife is like, hey, that's my brother, right? Chill. But the wife still needs to realize, yeah, but he's under my roof.
Yeah.
So there needs to be some sort of decency and order here. You know what I mean? He's not going to run rampant. So, yeah, I definitely think he's doing too much. Though overall, he's doing too much.
Yeah. He was being the a-hole, and I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, am I the a-hole? We did too. Am I
That was
the
it.
a-hole?
I thought we could keep talking about that. That was a good one.
I don't think I got too much more to say about it. I don't.
So
I mean,
but let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this. Don't you think though that this person that's coming into your space, if the roles are reversed, should adhere to your rules?
I mean, hold on, I'm sorry.
She tired, y'all.
So tired. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I mean, yeah, but I believe that he's a control freak. 8 o'clock.
Oh, for sure.
When we're playing game night, what if he don't want to have game night? What if we're over here and he's like watching TV over there? Like,
yeah,
he's able to do. He's 20 years old. Come on, like, he's grieving. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
You don't know what other circumstances going on in his life. Like,
yeah,
maybe if you want to play games with us, we just ask you not be on your phone so that we can focus. But you also don't have to.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's making him. Well, he could be. I don't know.
Those are the house rules.
Yeah, but he doesn't say game night. He's like when we playing.
Well, no, he said
family
when
time.
we gather together as family, no phone, which sounds like dinner time or maybe game time.
So you're taking from that he doesn't have a choice. He has to gather with family.
That's what I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, okay. So that's what I'm saying. If that's the case, then you're right. He shouldn't have to be with y'all.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
he's 20.
right, exactly.
If he wants to be in his room or be somewhere else, it's fine. You would hope that he would want to hang out with y'all a little bit. He's not this weirdo in your house. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If it sees how far is this pendulum swinging here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it's really he's being kind of like a 20-year-old would be, super distant, super disrespectful, always on his phone, always in his room, always playing video games. It's like, hey, be a human here. You know what I mean? He's trying to teach him to be a man, try to aid in that. Then it's like, I see where he's coming from. But then if the pendulum is swinging the other way, when it's like, hey, I don't want to play Uno with y'all on a Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? I want to hang out with my girlfriend. I'm 20. I have work.
And I have
like
a
you
car.
said. Yeah, like I don't want to do that. Then it's like, yeah, you're right. You shouldn't make this. He's not 13. Like he's 20. So I agree with that. I just wouldn't want, if his behavior is so reckless, I'm not going to stand by and watch that. I'm just not, if it's on the reckless end.
I don't think anything of what he named was reckless.
Yeah.
Also, 8 o'clock is way too early. Now,
Way too early,
what
yeah.
I can say, if he doesn't want anybody coming in the home, like
On a late night tip?
on a late night tip,
Waking up his kids and
he's like,
stuff?
hey, you can do whatever you want to do, but you need to be in here before 12. I feel like because I'm asleep, I don't want my door swinging open 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You
Yeah,
might
for
forget
sure.
to lock it. Like,
No, yeah, for sure.
Just be home sometime before midnight.
Or
I
what my
think
parents
that's
used to
okay.
say, like, you know, you be home by this time. If not, you stay where you at. Because I don't want you, like you said, waking us up and doing all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. There's certain rules that he needs to obey by because it's your home.
I get that, but I'm just saying at 8 o'clock he's you going
Way too early.
he
Yeah,
needs
that's
to bend
ridiculous.
on that.
Yeah,
like he
that's-
was mad at 10 o'clock, so it's like no.
That's
so
kinda
yeah, I
crazy.
would call him a control freak.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I definitely agree with that. It's like, bro, I'm 20. 20 years old. You're either in college or not. Having a job, working, trying to start your life. It's like, why do I have to be tied down with you? And it's my sister's husband. It's like, bruh, you ain't my daddy. So I kind of agree with him. It's like, my sister doesn't even care. And even if my sister cared, who cares? But then I just see where he's going. He's like, listen, yeah, I get it, but also it's my house.
And then the random eating times, like
Yeah,
he's
what?
a complete control
Yeah,
freak. He's
that
just
that
doing
was
too much.
definitely
So
weird. Yeah.
no, you can't have your hand in every little thing. Like
Aspect of something.
no,
Yeah, for
can't
sure.
do that. So
Or just be like, hey, man, pay me rent. But then you have to see what your wife says about that, too.
I don't know. Well, we don't know if he's paying or not. They didn't say.
Yeah, we need more information. But as of
Yeah.
right now, he is doing too much. I totally agree with that.
He is the a-hole for enforcing house rules on his wife's
Yes.
brother.
Yes, he is.
So, yeah, y'all.
But that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Thanks, Bill.
You're welcome, Bill. You're welcome. Got anything else to add?
I cut my hair.
So he did cut his hair.
I had long hair, longer than hers.
It wasn't that much longer than mine.
And I cut it. And you know why I cut it, everyone? Because it was time. I really wanted to cut my hair for our wedding.
I know.
But my wife said no.
No, I didn't. I said I wanted to see it.
That's right. You did.
You
say
wanted
that.
to reveal it. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, I wanted to reveal it when she saw me, when she was walking down the aisle. But she said, no, I want to see it. If you're going to do it, I want to see it.
That's right. So you had fly braids.
Yeah, girl. Real fly braids. All right.
But so thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Can We Get a Minute? I'm Brittany.
And I'm Brandon.
See you next time.
Goodbye.